Everybody's been trying to tell you today, and I say this gently. Your user agreement sucks.
This stinging critique of Facebook was triggered by a leak that allowed Cambridge Analytica to obtain the data of 87 million users. And now, Capitol Hill hearings with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg have opened the door to a broader discussion about privacy.
If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. The purpose of that user agreement is to cover Facebook's rear end. It's not to inform your users about their rights. Now, you know that, and I know that.
A big question is whether people understand how their data is being used. Facebook says it's all spelled out in the user agreement, but few people read it at all, especially because it's long and filled with legal jargon.
As a Facebook user, are you willing to give me more control over my data?
Senator, as someone who uses Facebook, I believe that you should have complete control over your data.
Okay.
He's skirting the question. He's saying users can join or quit Facebook. They can also post or delete whenever they want. He equates that freedom with control. Facebook also recently rolled out changes that limit what types of information it's shared with advertisers. While it's true that people now have more control over their data, the minute you sign up for Facebook, you are signing up for a platform with a business model that uses your data to sell advertisements.
Work on giving me a greater right to erase my data?
Senator, you can already delete any of the data that's there or delete all of your data.
Expand that? Work on
You can delete your Facebook account, which means that Facebook will, after a certain amount of time, delete the information they have on you. But for many people, the data is already out there thanks to various apps that have collected it over the years.
Are you willing to expand my right to know who you're sharing my data with?
Senator, we already give you a list of apps that you're using, and you signed into those yourself and provided affirmative consent.
Right.
As I've said before, we don't share any...
Facebook recently rolled out a feature which lets people easily see which apps they are using, which type of data those apps access. While that will help people decide what they want to share going forward, it doesn't do anything to erase the wealth of data that has already been shared.
Are you willing to expand my right to prohibit you from sharing my data?
Senator, again, I believe that you already have that control. So, I think people have that full control in the system already today. If we're not...
They keep making changes to how you can opt in or out of the data they collect. Last week, Facebook announced they were rolling out a new privacy dashboard to help centralize those controls. Facebook's business model, however, will always require it to learn as much as possible about you for the sake of its advertisers.
Could somebody call you up and say, I want to see John Kennedy's file?
Absolutely not.
Could you, if it, not could you, not would you do it, could you do it?
In theory.
Do you have the right to put my data, a name on my data, and share it with somebody?
I do not believe we have the right to do that.
Do you have the ability?
Senator, the data is in the system, so...
Do you have the ability?
Technically, I think someone could do that, but that would be a massive breach. So we would never do that.
It would be a breach.
We don't know what kind of safeguards Facebook has to keep that from happening. And without regulation, it's up to Facebook to self-regulate.